buckle up and get ready because we are set for the main event. It is on the next card. We got Lui Toimoana, 130 kilos of him, 6'4", up against Sam Wham Bam Burnett.
Wham Bam! Like I said, the man that is proper form. Get these two powerhouses to the table. We may even need to move the camera back because 6'4", absolute giant. Lui Toimoana. Hey, apologies for butchering your last name. It's the first time I've met this guy. The first time I've seen him. And as you can see, an absolute giant, an up-and-comer in the arm wrestling world. And then, of course, the number one 80-kilo superstar in Australia, Sam Burnett. They call him Wham Bam because he will hit you in every sort of position. He is going to picture Lui like a punching bag. They are at the table. This, ladies and gentlemen, is your main event. This is the $500 cash prize. We are up and about for this one.
Here we go, ladies and gents. Have a look at the biceps on Sam Burnett. At only 80 kilos, he's packing, 18-inch biceps. This man has back pressure galore. Hand control on tap. And have a look at Lui, the towering Lui Toimoana. He's 6'4", his forearms very long, elbows of steel. His commitment to side pressure is enormous. This match, ladies and gentlemen, is for $500 and is your main event of Armfights Unleashed 2.0. Here we go as Tom Uglacia gets them set.
We are in round one. The thumbs, those big, fat, giant thumbs are locked in, thick as thieves. Whoa, that's the early start. That's what you want from your main event superstars. You want them eager. You want them jumping, chomping at the bit in order to take the first round because this first round means everything to these superstars. We've got it, main event. And this is where you want to be when it comes to Arm Fights Unleashed. You want to be in this main event. Here we go. Early jump start there. Love the way Louis going about it. He's going to hit the fingers. He's going to try and top roll in this one. Huge battle in your main event. This is the way it's going to go. Sam Burnett looking for him to attack. Bang!
And there's the start. And there's the slip. We're off to the straps. Interesting stuff there. You saw hand control, initial hand control from Sam Burnett, but very quickly, Louis says, no. I control the height. The long arm of Lui came out, and then Sam was pronating, and off to the straps he goes. Here we go. Time up.
Launch that back. That's right. Tie them together. Get them going. Make them work.
Look at the look in the eye of Lui. I've never seen the killer look like that. Staring at his opponent then. Dead serious. Look at that. He means business. This will be war, ladies and gentlemen. Do not look away because these guys both want the cash. They both want the victory at Armfights Unleashed 2.0. Lots on the line right here. Australia's number one, Sam Burnett, up against 130 kilos of Lui Toimoana.
He is looking thick, looking huge in this one. There is big, but Sam Burnett, all the confidence in the world. The man has been on this stage before. This is what it's all about. We want it happening. Sam Burnett, can we get round one finally started? We are in the strips. In the straps. That's how pumped I am. Lui looking to attack, looking to hit outside. He will post up in this one. Those big fingers ready. Bang!
And there's the side pressure from Lui. He's taking the wrist. Running foul on Lui. And there's the pin, but it's a restart with a running foul call. The elbow off the back of the pad from Lui. But wow, good start, Lui there. Lui taking hand control off the start. The high ground was his. Very impressive start, Sam Burnett. Can he adjust?
That was a huge, very impressive dominant performance in that one. Now, Sam needs to re-adjust because Lui was able to take the arm, take where he wanted to go in that one, and able to drive him to the pin for the restart. Let's get these superstars going. Round one. Bang!
And this time it's into the hook. They are deep in the hook. This is the war we expected. Lui laying on the side pressure. No pin yet. Defense there from Sam Burnett. The effort is maximum effort. Lui Toimoana looking up at the camera says, 1 more centimeter and I got you. He's holding it. Sam Burnett's defense. And there is the pin. There is the pin. On that side, Lui Toimoana getting the pin, round one. Oh, we got the running foul. It's not a pin.
Oh, no.
I'm getting excited with the referee goal. We said war. It looks like it's shaping that way.
Man, oh, man, the main event in this one, absolute killer stuff. All righty, let's get into it.
Straight into it.
Amazing stuff. And we haven't even got round one sorted yet. We are still at the start of this battle. If you're just tuning in, this is your main event of Armfights Unleashed 2.0. Sam Burnett just realising he's taking someone 50 kilos heavier than him. Bang!
There's the hit. Sam Burnett on the offense. Lui Toimoana holding center, laying a giant frame onto the arm of Sam Burnett. But look at the defensive position of Sam. That King's Hook defense is set. We've seen it before from Josh Burnett. Now it's Sam Burnett's turn. Lui Toimoana, however, patience, staying at the center of the table, using that long arm that he's got, thinking about whether he wants to use the energy right now or conserve. Who is going to take the initiative? Both guys locked in center table. Lets the wrist go. Lui Toimoana changes the shape of the match. Can Sam Burnett get over the top? We've seen Lui here before. He can. We got it. And a pin, 1-0. Sam Burnett taking the first round. But Lui Toimoana, wow, he's in this fight.
Oh, bang! That is unbelievable. Louis almost hitting his head on the roof. He is just impressive stuff. The way he's coming in, just trying to hook from there. Problem is, once it is moved from the other side of his table, unfortunately with that, not enough experience, not enough super match power, just doesn't know how to get it back on his side of the table. And then Sam rolling on top, just doesn't have that flop press in him. But I tell you what, talk about pure strength. Given the chance, he will rip the arm off on that one. Louis, very impressive. But it's Sam who gets the pin in round number one.
Interesting stuff. Now, these guys have gripped before. Last time they gripped, it was a absolute death war to exhaustion, both these guys. It'll be very interesting now to see what Louis does to change. We saw early starts. We saw early starts from Louis in control of center, but the aggression from Sam equalized that. He hit to his King's Hook position. He hit for the defensive position. Once he got there, he looked strong. It'll be interesting to see what Louis brings out now.
He needs something. Hopefully someone's out there coaching him. Look at that. Sam's already claiming the cash. He's flipping it around. He's up and about. He's already spending it. Now, can that... Well, he's got to buy the Aussie arm wrestler something first if he's going to touch the prize money early. Check his pockets there, Tom. I think there might be a couple of notes falling out there. He's pocketed it all. But now he needs to switch on. Let's get Louis back to the arena. We need him now. The minute is up. There is the big unit, the big powerhouse. He needs to come in. If Louis can get it on his side of the table, it could be good night, Irene. But at the moment, he's taken more knocks than the front door, and we're only into round one. We've got round two, super match main event action happening. You're looking at it. You're enjoying some of the best what Australia's got to offer, and especially in the 80-kilo division, you've got the best in the business. Sam Burnett, after this matchup, we need to get him on the international stage. Bang, there it is, hand control.
Good start
Keeps it on
there
the side
from
of the
Sam.
table.
He's got the control. Louis looking for the strap now. He's in trouble. He's been backed into the corner. He's trying to get the strap, but Sam holding onto the thumb and Louis putting some very, maybe costly miles into the hand there, looking for the strap. He wanted it. Sam looking strong at center table. What can Louis bring?
You got to see it now.
I disagree. I disagree wholeheartedly. Let's see where this goes.
I love going the early crow. I'm having a crack. I'm just reading body language and things like that. Look, I hope I'm wrong to have almost three silver bullets. But let's see if the predictions happen.
The elbow of Louis. I trusted the elbow of Louis. It won't die. It won't die. I've seen it before. The elbow of steel.
The elbow we trust.
In the elbow we trust, indeed. Here we go. Lui Toimoana, Sam Burnett, round two.
Thumbs down. Just thumbs down.
There it is, round two. Good body position here from Louis, just making me look like a right mug. The way his position is to get the advantage of this one. But Sam is just sitting there and he's putting the arm wrestling calculator to work it out. There's the hit. Looks to go outside, but the hit has happened. That 131 kilos, dumping everything, but the curl in from Sam to make a fight from it. There it is. We're holding on. Sam looking to bring the advantage. Can he hold on? That is 130 kilos leaning on that giant 18-inch bicep. Sam feeling comfortable. Sam feeling in control. Timer Glacier is just in prime position of this powerhouse. And it's the elbow that Ryan Moen trusts. But Sam holding on.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Louis takes it. There it is, Jake. I told you. As soon as you said it, I said, in the elbow we trust, brother.
I've jinxed it. I look like a right mug in this one.
One. I told you this was a war, mate. There was just no opportunity for this not to be a war. I know that Louis has heart. I know he has an elbow, and he just showed it. He just showed it. This is far from over right now.
Does he ever? And first of all, he needs to go to the fridge and get me a beer for making me look like a right mug when I came out and tried to make that prediction. Geez, I'm liking this. You cannot see the camera, but the Burnett have got the footage on their phone to help them out to coach and things like that. That is unbelievable.
Well, Louis possesses a really unique set of tools. For someone like Sam Burnett, usually Sam Burnett can take control of the high ground. He's got amazing biceps and a great hand. But Louis is just a bigger human. He's got a longer arm. And he can't get the ground that he usually has to.
So let me ask you, Ryan, you're in this position. You're taking someone on. You have taken on some big, massive units in your time. And he's just got you in his lane. That was the lane Louis wanted. He got him and ended up pinning you. Where do you go from here on something there's someone 50 kilos heavier than you?
If I'm Sam Burnett, I'm taking it low. Louis lives up in the clouds with those long arms. You need to get him down and uncomfortable. Deep hooks, rotation-based, your side of the table preferencing. Louis doesn't want to be defending. Louis' staying power is on the offensive side. If Louis is forced to defend, it's a hard day. But if Louis is leaning on you, oh, my goodness, if Louis is leaning on you, as we just saw, he will just outweigh you down eventually.
Turn in Andre the Giant. You've heard it there from Ryan. He's saying, stop splashing at the shallow end of the pool. Sam, get deep. Get low at the other end. That is the way. We'll see how it's going. Let's get them back to the table. We don't want 7 minutes per round. We want to see these two go at it. And I think that 18-inch bicep of Sam has just turned into about 24, the way it's swelled up after that one. Unbelievable stuff. And Louis, look at that, just giving the good old flex, just looking strong. And Louis just looking to bring in that Polynesian power, that gifted genetics. They are just unbelievably strong. And when you lean, every bit of that 131 kilos, you heavy-set bastard. This is unbelievable. Absolutely love it. And this is what main events are all about. Round 3, bang! Did not get the hand grip. Started low. Can he get the pin in this one? We've gone from underneath and we've called the pin.
We got the pin on Nick Burnett taking the 2-1 lead. You can see that.
We've got a call here as the referees have a chat. I did notice that Louis missed the jump. Louis didn't get his hand ready to go.
We're going to restart that one.
Restart that one. On that. What's the call?
It was on Louis' side. It was a defensive.
There we go. The call's been made on defensive side, slip there. So we are restarting that one. There we go.
Look at the size difference on Sam Burnett from his right to his left arm.
Sam Burnett pumped as those biceps are enormous. His hand control so impressive that he's able to control such a big man like Louis outside the strap. Louis wants the straps. He wants the security of being able to lay sideways on that elbow without having to think about his hand too much. Sam Burnett, there he goes. There's the pin, decisive pin. Sam Burnett, 6. Not 6. Whoa. 2. 2-1.
I got it right. 2-1 to Sam Burnett.
Right now, Louis taking a breather. Louis needs that time. He can take this opportunity. He's down 2-1, but he's a long way from out of the match.
Oh, absolutely. He needs to
Louis
control
Sullivan
his
needs
breathing.
to control the breathing.
Get his heart rate back down. He needs to just get the composure because sometimes when you fire up these guys, they just see one lane, they see red, and they're going to attack. Now that Sam, as you mentioned, with that just unbelievable handcuffing, handicapping, hand control is just now really just taking out the main axis of Louis and taking him. Louis wants to go to the straps. Sam Burnett not letting it happen. Big Papa Pump over there, the genetic freak. Sam Burnett is just feeling cool, calm, and collective. He's just taken the third round in this one. 2-1 up. Can Louis come back?
Well, I'll ask you that question, Jay, because last time Sam was up, you said it's over. And then Lui, in return of Lui, the elbow we trust.
I am going to say no. So
Are you going to dare say 5-1?
5-1. I'm putting the kibosh on this match right now. I've put the kibosh on it. I think we could get a silver bullet because I've just called 6-0. Made me look like a mug. I'm calling it 5-1 now. Let's see if Lui can make the Aussie arm wrestler
Eat his words once again.
Stupid. I'll tell you what, that is one of my favourite side dishes, and that's eating my own words. I do it quite a lot, and I absolutely love it. I am the early crow king. But speaking of kings, they are getting back to the table. Your head referee.
Sam Burnett at the table waiting. He is ready to go. He's feeling confident. You can see the sweat on the brow of Lui. Lui wants it to be all strapped up. Let's see what he brings out outside of straps. Into the straps, Sam Burnett acknowledging that and giving him the opportunity. I like that. That's a lot of bravery from Sam. You know what?
To put the kibosh on me. They make me look like a right mug. So we were just talking about hand control with Sam Burnett, and now it's into the strap. That's okay. I'll take a silver bullet, and I'm happy to be wrong in an absolute cracker of a main event for this one. Horsepower versus technique in this one. Not saying that Sam doesn't.
Look at the biceps on Burnett.
Jesus.
Look at the pump on the Burnett bicep right there. Have you seen anything like an 80-kilo bloke?
That is unbelievable. He could probably dribble a bowling ball. That bicep is just huge. It's two strong men stuck in the middle.
Here we go, ladies and gents. Round number 4. 2-1. Currently Sam Burnett over Lui Toimoana.
Ready. Bang! And he's got the top roll.
And the hand and wrist is in trouble. Lui, but leaning forward. Sam Burnett still not yet into the position he needs to finish. Lui looking for a way through. He's trying to get that stop. There's that defensive. He uses the long arm well. Sam Burnett, too much though. Takes the victory. 3-1. Needs one more to wrap this one up. Lui in trouble. He's on the ropes. Big Lui taking in the deep breaths. Sam Burnett looking strong, taking control of the high ground there in the straps, demonstrating his prowess as an arm wrestler. He really is the real deal.
And just the confidence when he was resetting, regripping to go back on Lui' side of the table and hit again. You know, that's our spring break. That's our trampolines break. I wouldn't be doing that against some of 131 kegs just leaning on that. But with Sam's bicep able to come outside, unbelievable stuff. But it's 3-1.
It's 3-1. It is 3-1. Your 5-1 is looking all right now. For Lui to win this match from here, he has to go somewhere different. He has to go somewhere even he wasn't thinking about going. Go somewhere that he's never been before, maybe. He needs to find a different method to upset the apple cart that Sam has right now. Because right now, Sam's got it. Sam's in control. He's got the edge on fatigue. He's got the game plan that's working. He needs to upset Sam with his strategy.
And it just needs to go to Lui' side of the table. You saw in round 2 when he was able to lean everything close to his body, connected to his body, and lean everything in, advantage Lui. But as you looked in the other rounds, it is just leaning over. Sam is getting it on his side of the table. He's getting the advantage. And now we have got round 5. Everyone firing Lui up. Now, this is Lui's moment. This is for him to come back and pin the number 180-kilo puller in Australia. Fire up, Lui, you dead set legend. Lui the lunatic. That is the character we need to engage in this one. Sam looking cool, calm, and collective. And probably for the first time all night, I've seen the Burnett boys in the corner a bit more relaxed. I think, Sam might have this one. We've been absolutely bricking it the whole day. But now they're just leaning back, feeling a bit confident in this one. And they're starting round 5 in the straps. You've got Sam Burnett 3-1 up against the lunatic Lui. Let's get him fired up. Let's get him to the table. Really hoping he can get a pin in this one. We want a silver bullet main event because I am one greedy arm wrestling fan. You are here, Armfights Unleashed.
Here we go, ladies and gents. The eyes are coming out. The eyes are coming out. He is not out of this fight yet. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Where are we going? Ready, bang! Lui commits hard. Sam with the hand control in a good position, defensive position as Lui is laying on the arm. But Sam Burnett in control. Here comes the back pressure and pronation. Sam Burnett breathing now as the defense of Lui survives barely. But Sam Burnett wants to win. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Sam Burnett takes the win over Lui Toimoana. What an effort there. Solid effort. Sam Burnett, ladies and gentlemen, is your winner and takes the $500 cash. Here he is. Look at this. The $500 cash flies his way.
The money man.
Give us the flex. Come closer to the camera and give us the flex. We want to
Here's a
see these
proper
biceps.
one. Look at that.
Look at that. Sam Burnett with the cash.
That is swelling.
Man,
Sit down
take a
here.
seat,
Come
Sam
and sit
Burnett.
down.
We need to talk to you about that. That's just ridiculous, to be honest.
Talking about that. Put the headset on, young fella, brimming with confidence. The cult leader of the Burnett brothers. That was unbelievable stuff. Sam, congratulations. You did it a bit easier than what we thought because your first time you had a hit out with Louis the Lunatic.
Yeah.
It was an absolute war. How does it feel? Someone 50 kilos heavier. That is Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler. That is like if Mrs. Aussie Arm Wrestler was on my back and we arm wrestled you. That is the collective weight of this absolute arm wrestling giant who will be awesome in the future. He needs to stay in the sport. How does it feel? Someone so much heavier attacking you.
Oh, it's a good feeling. I was a bit worried about the weight. I came in at 80.1 kilos today. I was aiming to be a bit heavier, but didn't end up putting the weight on. And yeah, I found it difficult to get over his long arm, his long lever. When I tried top rolling him, he just sunk me down into the hook. And yeah, the only way for me to beat him was in a hook.
How heavier were you going to go? I don't think if you were 80 kilos or 85 kilos or 86 kilos, I don't think it would have made too much of a difference. But it just shows the technique. It just shows your experience that went on there was able to crush such a strong opponent. Now, I've asked your other brothers throughout the time. You came in, you were coaching him, you guys stick together, you like glue, it's unbelievable. The bond, is fantastic. Did that affect you at all for your match? Because let's face it, you all came in, you thought Josh was going to come in, whitewash it, you thought Nick was going to come in, whitewash it, and the same with yourself in that match. That's the confidence you guys have. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how I expect every arm wrestler to come in. But it didn't go the way that we thought it would. Silver bullet, and then them two ripping each other's arms off. Does that have any effect with you, or have you watched your two brothers pull enough to go, all right, work out what you need to do, I've got it all sorted?
Well, yeah, we were all confident going in, and I was a bit worried about Nicky and Josh with how it came down to a silver bullet. So I was a bit nervous, but I'm glad my brothers pulled it off and we all got the wins today. So that was awesome. Great day today.
Now, my favourite question. 80 kilo champion. You've just come in and gone bang. Who is next? Who do you want?
Jake Ward.
Wow.
Wow. For the left arm amateur third place.
You need a bit more than $500 to take on me for that trophy. That is the most sought after trophy in the. Of course, he wants to take on the Aussie Arm. I know you're aiming for the stars and things like that, and I'm better than LeVar, whatever. But you'd absolutely crush me. We all know that. But we need yourself. Everyone that pulled today, we need on an international level. Have you feel you've conquered Australia? How do we get you overseas? And who do you want after I beat you for my trophy?
I don't know. That's a tough question. I'd love to go international, like Alan Fisher, Jeff Hale, like those sort of elite arm wrestlers around my weight class. Love to see how I go against them. Just traveling is the only issue and getting over there, but I want it one day, so that's the ultimate goal. But in Australia, I don't know if I've really conquered Australia yet. I still want to go to more arm wrestling comps and yeah, just keep arm wrestling and have fun.
Will you pull up? Wait, so you're sitting there. So now, say Nationals is happening, comes around the corner, and of course you want to, have the Australian title once again. Is it now? Do you pull all the 100 kilo guys? Do you go in the super heavyweights? Where is it? Because this story that you guys have is absolutely fascinating, and to think that I can't think of anyone. I don't know if you can, Ryan, in the 80 kilos.
Not in the 80 kilos.
Yeah, and apologies to all you legends out there that are in the 80 kilos. I can't see anyone touching Sam at the moment. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. There's good form, there's wide-up form, there's Sam Burnett form at the moment.
Yeah, but seriously, in Australia, if you could ask for another match in Australia, among the guys who are heavier than you, who is your number one target?
I want Robbie Capone's left.
What about Wright?
But Wright, I'm not too sure. Like, I have to step up a weight class and versus the 95 kilo guys. Like, I still want to get a win over Torben. Jordan is still out of my reach at the moment. that's pretty much all I can really think of. Yeah.
Roger. Well, you're looking good. And ladies and gents,
Yeah.
in the chat, we need you guys to sort us out. The Ready Bang match of the night needs to be determined. We have a poll live at the moment. You need everyone in the chat to go and vote on who was the match of the night. Was it Mud Crab v. Josh Burnett? If you remember that was a screamer. Double King's Hook, craziness, 14 restarts.
Exhausting.
It was
stuff.
exhausting.
Yeah,
I didn't
1,009 elbow.
Josh was out the front vomiting afterwards.
Oh,
Then you think that one's wrapped up the night for match of the night. And then Jamie Barrett and Nick Burnett show up. Another silver bullet round.
just come in and torch the house down. They just went, yeah, absolutely. Don't worry about that. You thought the first match was done. We will top that. And they've given an absolute crack. And then,
of course, you've got Jamie Barrett. Let's be honest, this was probably not match of the night because it was one-sided, but Mud Crab put up hard. Jamie went into all sorts of positions and showed his prowess. But then we had the final that no one expected to be a war. We had Nick Burnett thinking, we thought he was fresh, we thought he was going to clean up. But Josh Burnett puts in a massive performance, nearly forces the silver bullet. And then the main event, Sam v. Lui, we've just seen a great match all around. Sam Burnett showing exactly why he is the number one ranked 80 kilo in Australia. So vote for us now as to who wins that match of the night, and we'll announce that winner very shortly. But Sam Burnett, congratulations once again. Absolutely outstanding performance. I think as leader of the Burnett dynasty, you're representing very well. And I think as much as you want to have an Australian match, I think you don't get a choice. I'm bringing you an international star.
Yeah.
And if you're watching out there, I wanted you, Jeff Hale.
Yeah.
Jeff Hale in this room somewhere in 2022 against this man right here. What do you think about that?
I'm keen. Jeff Hale doesn't want the heat.
Oh, there it is.
Bang! He's called it. But that's what you want. You want to call people out. You jump the rankings and aim straight for the top. And of course, in Sam's division, Jeff Hale is one of the best, and that's what you want. I don't want to sit there and go, oh, let me pull homeless hobo Joe that's sitting out at the dumpster. No, you don't get third place trophies from beating bums like that. Sam wants people aiming for the best, and that's what I want. If we can get Jeff Hale over here for an Armfights Unleashed, I know he'd be keen. He's done traveling before. He was at Arm Wars Reality Check. So, Jeff, first of all, because you know you got to be watching. Of course, you got to be watching us. Congratulations on your lovely newborn baby. But what now? Put that baby aside. Put the dummy in the mouth.
Because you
have got
Sam
that's
Burnett.
right. Destiny awaits. You are taking on our man here and winner of the super match.
Ladies and gents, we can announce the winner now of the Ready Bang arm wrestling match of the night. All the Burnett brothers are looking up very eagerly to see who is taking it. And you want to announce it, brother?
We can. The match of the night, it goes to Mud Crab and Josh Burnett.
There we are. That epic war.
Ready Bang! They both did it. It was just unbelievable stuff. All the guys did it, so they will get $50 each. Just somehow
as
to
a
try
bonus on top.
Yeah, just a bonus on top to help the arm wrestling community. Just like you, Ryan, I would love to see many, because then that officially makes them professional arm wrestlers because they've been paid for their work, and that's something that you have aspirations and dreams for, and that's something that I want to come on board and help when I can. So congratulations to those two.
Absolutely. And so, look, before we wrap up, I wanted to say a big thank you to all of you guys in the pay-per-view section. You guys make it possible for this sport to grow. These guys getting cash prizes, this studio being built, international people coming out. It is all because of your support. So thank you so much for all of that. And it is only going to get better. Armfights Unleashed 3.0. I can't wait already.
How can we get better than that? That was really...
What a start, though. Seriously, what a start.
That was an absolute bang. I feel sorry. Saw the Dan ref Ethan Tunstall, and he wants to come on Armfights, mate. He's got his work cut out to try and knock off those ones. You got champions in Sam Burnett winning that super match. Killer match. Armfights Unleashed is just becoming the place to pull.
It is. All right, ladies and gents, well, we will wrap that one up here. Thank you so much for being part of this. We've had an absolute blast of a time today. Thank you to the athletes for performing so incredibly well. We will see you again next time at Armfights Unleashed 3.0. Ready, bang! All right, let's end it. Let's see what we get. Good stuff.